The following program is intended for a mature listening audience. Graphic and explicit language may be heard at times. The views expressed and opinions given by the individual hosts and their guests do not necessarily express those of this station or sponsors. Listeners are advised that neither the station nor owners and agents will be held liable for the content of this program. Rebroadcast, redistributed, or reused without the express written permission without the host or producer is not allowed. You are listening to Family Spirit International.
It's going to be a great night, Blaine. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Yeah, no, I don't have an authority award this week, but I do got something
That's all
cool
right.
to tell. Okay, we went to Memphis last week to go to Graceland. On the way up
Yes.
on Wednesday, we stopped at Elvis's birthplace, and as we're sitting outside, I'm taking a picture of Jennifer on the porch. And I can tell y'all there was no wind at all because it was like 900 degrees. We would have prayed for a breeze, I'm telling you, and it wasn't there. And as I'm taking her picture, I'm watching the little screen door. I watch it slowly open all the way up. Then I see Gladys Presley's spirit right in front of it, welcoming us to the house. And then I watched it shut. Then Jennifer took my picture by and it stayed still. But as soon as I got my picture done, the lady that's inside that gives the tour of the little 2-bedroom house opened the door and let us in. I thought that was just so cool that Elvis Mama welcomed us to that house. And as we got in there, it's like you could still feel Vernon's spirit in there, Gladys's spirit, his brother Jesse, and Elvis's spirit in there. And I actually saw a little child version of Elvis when he was about 2 years old. Because literally, I think it's a 300 square foot little house. There's a bedroom and a kitchen / everything else room. And I would watch him run from the back door to the front door, back and front, just like little kids do. And then I saw little Jesse on the bed because both of them were born in that room, in the bedroom. And I saw little Jesse just sitting up there looking around and everything just bewildered. At least it's good to know his spirit's still around, even though he never got to really experience life. But he is enjoying what he's doing now. But yeah, that was so fun. And it was a nice trip. My wife and I had a blast. God, we got to see a concert on Wednesday night when we got there. We got to see this band called the Black Jacket Symphony. And they did the whole Eagles Hotel California album from beginning to end. And then their second half of the show, they did all the Eagles' greatest hits. So I was like in heaven. And it happened to be on the night anniversary of my dad's death last year on August 24th. And I could see my dad sitting there with us, just loving the music. And one of his favorite songs was "Take It Easy." And when they played it, I just seen my dad have the biggest cheated grin I've ever seen that man have. And he's singing every word to it. And then it was over. He looked at me and goes, "Think Pops was gone." But yeah, that was our experience this weekend. So yeah, it was nice.
That is so precious. What a good moment. And it was great that you and Jennifer got to spend time together. And I would expect no less than you go to Memphis and have a southern welcome from Miss Gladys.
I know, huh?
Yeah.
I think she knows the people that appreciate her son for her son and his talent that he had. And you could prove me wrong, but I don't think nobody had a better voice than that man or a better stage presence that anybody ever in music history. But that's not an opinion. I think that's a proven fact. But hey,
Mhm. Yeah, incredible. And I really feel that Elvis listened to his music a lot, and I really feel that he was trained in classical opera in order to hit some of those notes. You
I
know,
agree.
I really do. And a lot of people have said, I'm convinced he could sing opera. And I thought, really? But then I found out that Pat,
Benatar?
Yes, she's an opera singer.
Yeah.
Even the singer from Evanescence, she was trained opera singer. So,
Yes, she is.
yep, there's a lot. So, yeah, there's that. It's awesome. Rock and opera doesn't have that far of a jump.
Not at all.
Yeah. So, Blaine, I sent you the bios for our guests tonight. You want to take a look and do their bios? I put it to you
Hold on a
in
second, I gotta find it. Did you send it to
Messenger.
me in Messenger?
I sure
There we
did.
go. There we go. Let me pull this up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I just got a friend request from her, so
Yes, I'm so
let me
glad
go
we're all
back and I'll do.
connecting. I've got it. You want me to do it?
I've got it right here.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Lala Bright and Bob, I'm gonna say McGuire
McGuire.
or
Yep.
McGuire, okay, are a UFO paranormal power couple who were thrown together by the Phenomenomicon. Sorry if I could speak. She is a psychic medium and an experiencer. He is a scientist and an engineer with internationally recognized credentials. They will speak of their work together. Lala is earliest paranormal recollection of her finding the neighbor's grave in a Baltimore cemetery with thousands of graves by hearing the deceased neighbor calling for her. This was at age 5, and she could read. Her father, a Reiki practitioner, experiencer, and energy worker, recognized her instantly, and she speaks to the deceased for those who need it. She also speaks to aliens for those who need it. She calls energy beings to her home daily and gets them to respond intelligently. Both her Bob has outfitted their home with technology to enable Lala's abilities to be documented and shown to the world. They are truly a power couple bonded by the thought Lala readings Bob's deceased mother, and then their businesses then a closer relationship, and now they live together, loving their new and exciting life. So let's welcome Bob and Lala into our wonderful world of show tonight.
Yes. Okay, I'm hitting the button. There. Whoop. There it goes.
Hi.
I'm gonna add Christopher too. Or there he is. So,
Hello.
Blaine,
Hello.
David brought these by. This is going backwards a little bit, but I've got
Oh,
actual old. I don't know if you are into Elvis Presley, Lala, and
Mhm.
Bob, but these are vintage postcards
Oh wow.
from Graceland. And they're just beautiful. He brought photos as well as postcards, and
uh,
they are really fantastic. So I think my filter is making them black, but I just wanted you to know he had given them to me, Blaine, for a conversation,
He
and
can sing so pretty. I
oh,
love his voice.
oh,
I do
it's
too.
beautiful. And see, Lee, don't ever let Jennifer see those because you know they'll come home with her.
Oh yeah, I am trying to find more vintage postcards from
Right
Graceland.
on.
So anybody that knows where I can find them, please send them my way.
Yeah, please. And I want
Yeah.
to ask you two a question. I know, Bob, I'm a scientific guy myself, but I'm also an empath medium. And I like how you guys are, yin and yang together. She's the medium side, you're the technical guy on the side. And that helps her verify a lot of the stuff that she picks up on, which I just love the science part of it as well.
We do too.
Mhm.
It's a big
Yeah.
help. It really is.
The thing I think that helps her, and I'm sure she'll tell you, is this verification for what
Yes.
in the past she often doubted.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine having your 5-year-old in a cemetery and she's looking around, someone's calling me, someone's calling me.
mhm.
And she goes through the cemetery. Now, obviously, mom had an idea that she had an ability because she gave her, you know, some leeway to go to the cemetery plot. And here she is, 5 years old, not able to read, especially names. I mean, that's hard. I
Yeah.
mean, cat,
Yeah.
fat, hat, fat, little names, big, the 3-letter words,
Right.
but not names. No. Imagine her being able to go to their neighbors, her at 5 years old, finding her neighbor's cemetery plot in front of her parents because her neighbor called her to her.
Mhm.
It
So
was
that's awesome.
amazing. I
Yeah.
felt like a pool, almost like she was
Mhm.
holding my hand, walking me, kind of.
Yeah.
It was really neat. I'll never forget
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, what I love about that is myself, I found out when I was 4 in a graveyard right across the street from my house, and, um, there was a lady over there bent over a grave. I saw her crying. You know, I'm a nice little Southern kid. I was 4 years old, and I went up to her. I said, "Ma'am, are you okay?" And I'll
Oh,
never forget this. She looked up at me with tears in her eyes. She smiled at me. She says, "I'm okay now, baby." And I watched her vanish. And my grandmother was standing across the street. She goes, "You
wow.
saw it, didn't you?" I said, Mama, you saw me. You know." She says, "I thought you had the gift."